Hey now, Steve coming at you with Georgia Hammock Brothers, and I'm just sitting here putting the edge on my knife. I think it's a Kirkshaw. Yeah, it's a Kirkshaw knife. I've had it for a while, but I haven't taken it on any trip, so I'm going to take it on a trip. It's a little bit lighter than my other knife, a little bit shorter, but it's still got the thick tang on it. And full tang, it goes all the way through the handle. But I'm just sitting here playing around with my edge maker here. This is the edge maker. If you've never used these or seen them, you can't beat them. They are the best tool that I've found for keeping an edge on a already sharp knife. And this Kershaw came out of the box razor sharp. But I'm just sitting here lightly going over it. But I'm not here to talk about this. I'm here to talk about my Eno Bugnet. You've seen some of my other videos. I like to modify my gear. I like to change things. I like to make my own. I like to go ultralight. So if I can make something lighter, I'll definitely do it without losing the functionality. But my Eno Bugnet has got a vertical zipper on it, which I don't understand what Eno was thinking about that. You don't step through it. You sit down in your hammock and sling your legs around into the hammock. And with this vertical zipper here, it's a pain in the legs, really, you know. But I thought about maybe putting a horizontal zipper. But I've even gone further. I saw a video on Franke's channel. I love this guy. He's awesome. He's got a video on how to make a bug net with a shock cord underneath you. And it's just a lot easier to get in and out. So I'm going to try that with the existing Eno Bugnet that I have. But first thing we're going to do is weigh it. So let's weigh it. Eno Bugnet, starting out 1 pound and 0.5 ounces, which converted to grams, 474 grams. In Franke's video, he started out with a square piece of material, and he had to measure out to get the bottom pieces to kind of come in at an angle. This has already been done for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the zipper out, figure out where the seam is on the edge, cut that out so my channel's in for the shock cord. And then of course my next step is to go find some shock cord. But let's rip out this zipper and sew it up. Cross your fingers, people. I hope I don't mess this up. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Zipper's out. I measured it. Oh, it's 4.5. There you go. It's 4.5 feet. So that comes to about there. It's kind of nasty. I got a lot of work to do on the top, because now there's a gap here about 2 fingers width that I've got to sort of fold in half like that and sew that together so I could then sew up the hole that I just created by cutting the zipper out. But once I get that done, I'll string it back up, figure out where the middle is when it comes down, because my hammock's running this way. The bug net will come down like that. I'll figure out where that middle part is. Zip! Cut a big old slot in the middle. Sew me in a channel, which is easy. And from the looks of it, I won't need much of a bungee cord, so I'll probably just take the bungee cord off my pack so I can put this together and make sure it works. And if it does, then I'll run to REI and figure out, wait a minute, look at that. I've already got a seam. It's already got a seam in the middle. How about that? This is the bottom. There is a seam. And a down feather. Look at that little down feather, that cute little feather. So figure out how much of the seam I want to remove to sew in my channel. I'll be golden. I don't think this is going to turn out quite as difficult as I thought. But still, keep the fingers crossed, people. And I will say this much for Eagle Nest Outfitters, the Eno hammock people. This thing is very well put together. Where they need it, they definitely have double stitching. And up at the top where the zipper was zoned in, up here, at the very top, which is why this is such a mess. They also had a tab in here to sew to, and this is also where one of those little ridgeline clips were, and that thing was in there. It took me forever to get it out, but I'll be alright. There we go. Now, in all fairness, I still have to do a little bit of work up here because there is this gaping hole at the top. I'll probably throw some Grosgrain on top of that and seal it up, but the seam is pretty nice. It's not too bad. And I do have a seam down here that I can work with. And that end covered up pretty nicely. So I figured if I cut about here, which is, you can kind of get an idea of where it's at. If I cut it right here, all the way down to about here, and throw in my shot cord, I should be okay. Now, the channel, or the ends already have a channel on them for the draw cord. I've contemplated cutting the string off here, but that does help keep the bug net taut and in a good position. I've got about this much room. There's the end of my hammock, and I've got, I don't know, foot or so there, and there's my end. I got a little bit more room over there, so this gives me a little bit of a way to keep it nice and tight off my ridge line, which it doesn't matter. But so my next step would be to cut out the regular seam and put in some shot cord. I think I got enough of that shot cord. It doesn't look like much, and I think we'll have us a winner. But keep the fingers crossed, people, because there's still much room to mess up. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna have us some fun. Yeehaw! I haven't cut it yet. I wanted to make sure I had some shot cord around. And as it turns out, I've got probably just enough of what I need right there. And I found some in my gear closet in one of the boxes stowed up there. I started digging a little bit more. Bunch more shot cord, so I got plenty. So actually, since I bought the bug net some time ago, this project won't cost me a dime, and it will cost me a little bit of weight. Well, it won't cost me weight. I'll be able to save some weight. Yay! Now I got to get these knots out of here. I hate knots. I'm not a knot person. I'm just going to cut that off. Goodbye. I'm going to melt the ends and I'm going to wear it out. So there we go. We got the channel lock running all the way around to here. And now, it took me a while to find a cord lock, but I did find one. This is a huge part of my gear closet. Inside here, I've got gobs of material, ripstop, even got fleece. I made a baklava out of some fleece for when I go ride the motorcycle in the chilly weather. I take it camping. And inside here, I've got buckles and belts and cordage and buckles and belts and cordage. Oh my! Buckles and belts and cordage. I got some O-rings. I got some stretchy stuff. More buckles and belts and straps. That's just what I use whenever I start making stuff. I see what I got left over. And if I don't have it, I just go buy it. So now, what we have to do is figure out how much tension I need on the cord, on the shock cord, before I get started. So do I want it that tight when I'm in it? I mean, it's got some really good stretchiness to it. So I can get in, and when I'm laying down, it'll be up underneath me nice and tight. Or, I don't know. It's just going to take some field testing to figure out what I got. And we'll go from there. But it looks like it was a success. You can uncross the fingers now. I believe that's going to work. I will take it outside, hopefully, when the weather clears up. It's kind of rainy right now. And see what I got. Right now, I'm going to tie a knot in my cord lock. And then once I figure out the actual length that I need, well, then obviously I'll cut off the excess, because what is this? Again, everybody say it at once. Dead weight. Yeah, that's just too loose right there. But, yeah, I think we got us a winner. From the Georgia Hammock Brothers, we appreciate you watching. Once again, Mike's not in this video, but he's coming along. He's got some life stuff he's taking care of, but look for him coming soon. Please subscribe, and I've got more videos coming up. We'll have some for the trip report coming up in a few weeks, and that's going to be nice. We're going to have about 6 or 8 of us eventually. 2 of us are walking in early, 2 are coming in the middle, and 2 are coming later. That's 7. How did I get 7 out of 2, 2, and 2? I ain't doing my math right. Anyhow, we got about 6 or 8 coming. And it's winter time, so I really don't need this. So if it fails, hey, I'll be alright. Test from home, people. Test from home. Like we always say at Georgia Hammock Brothers, plan right, pack light. Oh, but wait. Don't go nowhere. Hang on. You thought I forgot, did you? You thought, well, what about how much does it weigh? I didn't forget. I forgot. I'm sorry. We gotta weigh this puppy, see how much I took off. I had to review the tape to see. Oops, that's not what I want. To see how much it weighed. And I didn't take off a whole lot. I mean, really all I took out was yeah, all I took out was like a 3.5 foot zipper. So I don't expect a whole lot of change, but since everything weighs something, it's gonna be a difference. Thing is, I just don't know how much. All right, 20 it on. Now before it was 1 pound 0 5/8 ounces. Come on, there we go. Now it weighs, wow, less than a pound. Cool. And the grams was 474. Here's a video of where it was before. This is what it was before. Eno Bugnet, starting out 1 pound 0 5/8 ounces, which converted to grams, 474 grams. So there you go, 474 grams. Now 441. So yeah, oop, sorry, there we go, 441, 442. Now it's 440. What in the world? 440. So I lost 32 grams. Or 34 grams. 474, 441. 30 grams. 30 some odd grams. So that, just removing that zipper alone, took off 30 plus grams. So once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Plan right and pack light. We'll see you on the trail.